There was once a time in F1 where teams were allowed to run 3 cars a week in Friday practice. And this was in the 2004 season. And in this video, we're going to see how the British Racing American team, or B.A.R Honda, took advantage of this rule in 2004. This video is done in collaboration between BoxBoxNow and me, Upshift. So if you liked it, be sure to check out my channel using the link in the description. Let's get into it. In the 2004 season onward, all the teams that didn't finish in the top 4 of the Constructors' Championship were allowed to run 3 cars in the Friday's practice sessions before each Grand Prix for testing and to gain data. While other teams were permitted to have a test driver, they weren't allowed to compete in any other Friday practice with 3 cars. Anyways, not all the teams even chose to run a 3rd car because it definitely added an expense. B.A.R was one of these teams who took the rules seriously and showcased some of their best in practice, in terms of results, and gained advantage as a chance to get branding exposure. From 2002 to 2003, B.A.R was significantly moved out from backmarker to one of the teams in the front runners, and was awarded the most improved team at the moment. In testing in 2004, Honda ran a black livery in testing for their new car, the B.A.R 006, with monochrome sponsored decals on it. This approach really makes a different look from the original white and red livery that they used on it. It adds some stripe graphics on the engine cowl. For the actual car, they had a similar livery from the previous season, which consists of 4 main colors: white, black, red, and dark green, incorporated with a Lucky Strike branding, a tobacco company partnered by BAT. They ran several decal placements, changing through the season, first because of the tobacco ban applied in some races like Britain and Canada, and other reasons that they tried to promote other products. And we dare you couldn't find the difference between these liveries. When the tobacco ban was applied, they used several methods to conceal the Lucky Strike brand, such as they left it blank, it was boring anyways, they used a barcode as a replacement, it looks like the word Lucky Strike with some word like lookies, luckies, don't walk, look left, look right, laid back, and other words that quite similar to with Lucky Strike. The B.A.R 006 was driven by Jenson and Takuma Sato. Alongside the 2 main drivers, they had Anthony Davidson acting for a 3rd and test driver for the 3rd Friday practice car. As we said earlier, the B.A.R gained useful data by running a 3rd car on every Friday, as they proved to be very competitive, as Jenson scored 6 podiums in the first 8 races, including his first podium in Malaysia, as well as his first pole position in Imola. The podiums continued with Takuma Sato becoming the first Japanese driver to score a podium since 1990 in Indianapolis, and Buttons taking a further 4 podiums in the later stages of the season. Overall, the car scored 11 podiums and 1 pole position, and their season was proved to be the best B.A.R season in their Formula 1 history before they acquired Honda in 2006. B.A.R finished the season in 2nd place in the Constructors' Championship, beating every team except Ferrari. Despite this, B.A.R's first win would elude them. For the Ants car, B.A.R did not only run the car for a data gathering, they also created awareness for exposure for the Lucky Strike branding, as well as many different one-off liveries through the season. First in Spain, B.A.R had some fast-forward graphic on the side pod, which makes the illusion look like it went fast on the straights. Anyway, the first effort of the B.A.R 006 one-off livery was somehow looked bland and did not look creative enough. As the season comes to its last stint, B.A.R designers tried to make a more radical design to create a new look. In Monza, Ant's car had an X-ray decal to show how he sat in the car. It really wasn't very epic in the way that they intended to be, and they just created it as a one-off livery. And it's not the first one you see of how an F1 driver looked through the monocle. You could see the first one in 1993 on the Williams F1 car. They showed Prost's leg to see through on it. In the following race, the inaugural Chinese Grand Prix, Anthony Davidson drove a new livery specifically to promote British American Tobacco Company's popular 555 round. The livery comes in blue and a yellow 555 livery, reminiscing of Colin McRae's Subaru Impreza 555 livery, for details including the word Anglo-American written in Chinese lettering on the top of the side pod. However, the 2 B.A.R Honda race cars would still use the regular white and red livery, but put a 555 decal instead of a Lucky Strike on it. In the last race of the season in Brazil, they wanted to make it crazier and more berserk in terms of livery design. Ant's car had a graffiti-style paint job on it and even featured Ant's own face. And even many details applied with the graffiti looks really neat and really refreshing F1 livery. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to all of our channels, BoxBoxNow. They make amazing F1 content, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And also subscribe to me, Upshift, the link will be in the description. And maybe let us know what's one of your favorite liveries in the comments section below. Till next time.